Welcome back to Mel's Kitchen, my fellow at-home chefs. Today we are making spinach dip. It's for Super Bowl Sunday. I'm super excited about it. I will be very honest, I have never shared my recipe with anybody. I have not done it. So here we go. Everybody loves my recipe. I see kind of a little smoke, but I see it's just a little something on the bottom. I just cooked something before it. So we've got some olive oil that I'm putting in the bottom of the pan. I am making a lot of this because it's for the Super Bowl where we do restaurant quality cooking made at home. I'm going to start out with, I'm so excited, I don't even know what I'm starting with. I'm starting out with one white onion. I've cut it into slithers as opposed to doing it in chunks, as you can see. So I'm putting that whole onion in there. I've also got some mushrooms. I don't know how you typically make your spinach dip, but I do know that everybody has asked me for this recipe. I have yet to give it out to anybody. You will be the first people to know what it is. So I'm going to be using, look how big this bag is, 2 10-ounce bags of spinach. Again, if you remember what I've said before, whenever I get ready to season it, I'm going to season the spinach, okay, so that the seasoning sticks to it. Okay, so I'm just going to work that in there before I put my second bag in. So while I'm stirring this up, again, you guys, please take the time to like, share, and subscribe. Give me some feedback. Do you like what I'm doing? Do you not? I get lots of views, but nobody likes my views. I mean, nobody likes my page. Nobody subscribes. I have about 22 subscribers. Thank you for that. But again, if you're going back to watch it, if you're cooking it, I would love to see a picture of one of the dishes that you've cooked that you got from Mel's Kitchen. You know, just be supportive. Let me know if this new venture that I'm going on works for you. I'm doing it just for fun because cooking is something that I really love to do. So just let me know. What are your thoughts? It always takes a little bit of time for the spinach to start to work its way down. But I see that it has started to wilt. I always lose a few pieces. So now that it's started, before I lose you, I'm going to go ahead and season it. I'm going to put some garlic powder. If you're doing this, you could probably use about 2 teaspoons. I'm going to put some salt, about 2 teaspoons of salt also. 2 teaspoons of pepper. I can get the pepper open. Struggling. There we go. I am going to use some minced garlic. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic in. It's really going to help with that flavor. And stir this all up in here. And then I'll put the extra spinach, the second bag of spinach on top. I'll let it cook, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. I still have my eye on high. Your mushrooms is going to give it just a little bit of water. I will drain this dish. This is very important if you're making it. You do want to drain it, especially when you're working with fresh ingredients. The water that is retained, you do not want a watery spinach dip at all. So now that that's started to melt, I'm going to put my second bag in. And I will be back soon and show you what this looks like. Okay guys, it has started to cook down. This is 2 bags of spinach in here. 2 10-ounce bags. Look how beautiful that is. I'm going to go ahead and change the game. Are you ready? Sun-dried tomatoes. If you're making it like I'm making it, you want to put sun-dried tomatoes in. Again, People have asked me for this recipe. I can't believe that I'm actually recording it. It's because it's Super Bowl Sunday that I'm making a spinach dip. My sister specifically requested it, so I am making my personal recipe for spinach dip. Nobody else. You don't find this on YouTube. You don't find it anywhere else. This is my recipe. So I'm going to let that cook. Again, I am going to drain it. Once I drain it, I'm going to use my pan to start making the actual creaminess of the dish. You're going to need heavy whipping cream and cream cheese. The cheese that I use, now I make this 3 different kinds of ways, but the cheese that I'm going to be using today is mozzarella and Parmesan and cheddar. Those are the 3 cheeses that I'm going to use. Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay guys, here we go. I have drained my spinach. I'm going to use about a cup of heavy cream. This is something that you are going to have to stir the whole time so that it doesn't burn on the bottom. I've got 8 ounces of cream cheese right here. I'm going to go ahead and dump in before that gets hot. I've got about 4 more ounces. So I'm going to use a total of 12 ounces of cream cheese. But again, that's because I'm making a lot, because I'm making it for a Super Bowl gathering. Okay, and I'm going to stir that up. This is the perfect time to put in some of your seasonings before it starts to bubble. I'm going to put in a little bit more garlic powder. In the description box down below, I will have how much of each. I'm going to put in a little bit of salt. Now, I've already put pepper in my dish, but this is a really great opportunity to put some cracked black pepper in there. So I'm going to take the peppercorn medley that I have. Now, I do still have this on high. I am waiting on it to start to bubble, and I'm going to turn it down. And I'm going to put just a little bit more minced garlic, about another tablespoon in. And then I'm just going to stir this up. Now, I'm going to show you, hopefully in a video, where I made some bacon bits to put into this spinach dip. Again, if you make it like this, I really want to know what people say about it. I have not given, there's quite a few recipes that I've never given out before, just because I pride myself on being able to cook something awesome, and I hate when people are like, oh, I just found this, and they don't give people proper credit. But again, I love to cook, so I'm at a point in my life where I want to share what I'm doing, so here I am sharing. So again, I'm just going to stir this until all of that is broken down. Okay, now that it's starting to get a little bit more thick, you see it bubbling, I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to cut it down to medium heat, and I'm going to go ahead and put in Worcestershire sauce. I had to look up how to say it, and I probably still said it wrong. If you're putting it in, you're going to put about a tablespoon in. You're also going to put your favorite hot sauce in at this point. I like sriracha, so again, I'm going to put about a tablespoon in. Those 2 things are going to go in. You want to get it nice and bubbling before you add your spinach back to it, and especially before you put your other cheeses in. If you want it to be more spicy, you can add some crushed red pepper flakes here. I'm not looking for it to be more spicy. That sriracha is going to give it a good little bit of a kick that I'm looking for. I'm going to take my spinach now. Look at how pretty that is. Do you guys see that? And I'm just going to add it back to the dish. Again, make sure you drain it. You do not want something that is just, ugh. And then, at this point, I should have added in a video for bacon. we are fixing to stuff this into the baking dish. Look at how creamy that is. What I always do is I make sure there's a good solid layer, and then I just put a little cheese, and then layer and a little cheese, and a layer and a little cheese. So I've got a bottom layer, and then I'm gonna add a little cheese. On top is where I always put my cheddar cheese. And paprika, by the way. Now, you know paprika don't taste like nothing, y'all. Don't taste like nothing. It's just for the colors, just to make it pretty. Just to make it pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more cheese. Then I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off. Look at how pretty that is. This is gonna bake so good. That bacon in there is gonna be amazing. Just go ahead. And then I will show you how I top it off. So I made my own bacon bits, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the dish now. Just, oh yeah, baby. Now I'm going to let this cook for a little bit, and then I'm gonna transfer it to a dish to where I'm gonna bake. I'm gonna go ahead and set my oven to 400, and then I'm gonna show you how we top it with cheese. I guess I actually can before I stop the video. I can go ahead and put some cheese on it. I don't put a whole lot of cheese in it. I typically put the cheese in when I'm getting ready to put it together. But I'm putting some mozzarella cheese in now. I'd like to get some of my queso cheese and put that in. So let me grab that mozzarella, and then let me grab some of that queso cheese also to make it super melty. I'm making all kind of noise. I apologize. So this is another melty cheese that I really like to use. Put some of that in there. All right, and then I'm going to stir this up, and I'm going to put it in a dish to bake. So I'll show you guys how to do that. So now I'm going to take, and I'm going to put my sharp cheddar cheese on top. Just like this. I'm then going to put some parsley on. Okay guys, the spinach dip is ready. Look at this.
Let's get it. Tease me with your review video because I'm ready to eat.
So that just came out of the oven.
Up, right there.
Hold on, wait. Let it focus.
Let it focus.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Now that's got bacon, onions, sun-dried tomatoes.
Ooh. And I just tasted the sun-dried tomato too.
What Doris said? Come on, by my nose.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about that spinach dip? Do you know I've never given anybody my spinach dip recipe? This
Y'all
is the
blessed.
first ever.
Y'all done got blessed. Y'all better make this. Cause this thing on fire right now. Look at this.
Delicious.
Look, I'm gonna get that whole thing of cheese right there. Let's just do that. Look, this chip's gonna be glorious.